Welcome back to Anthony Lee Raw. Today we're taking a look at Fetch.ai. And full disclosure, I own a significant amount of Fetch.ai. I am a big fan of it. I'm going to show you something a little different today you've probably never seen before. So give me about 5 minutes. You will not want to miss this. I think big things are coming for Fetch very soon. This is not a price prediction video. If you want to see the macro outlook and short time frame stuff, go over to the channel right now and click on videos tab, and I have a lot of Fetch videos out there. I have my bull run price prediction, Fetch, macro targets, all that kind of good stuff. I'm a huge fan of Fetch, so go check that out. But watch what I'm about to show you guys, okay? What you're looking at here is a weekly time frame. The candles are the Russell 2000, and the blue line is Fetch.ai, Fetch price, okay? Now, the Russell is by far the most closely related traditional stock market to Fetch, or really crypto in general, total to altcoin, Bitcoin, all that kind of good stuff. The crypto market runs very closely with the Russell 2000. So I'm looking here at Fetch and the Russell, and you can see that they're pretty well correlated. I mean, they just run together. This is going all the way back to C19. And only a handful of times have they gotten significantly separated or gapped up. You can see a gap. Only a couple of times, a handful of times. And I have those lined out for you right here. Here you go. You can see where they got significantly separated here. And right here, let's look at the first one. You can see the Russell kind of ran up right here while Fetch stayed flat, okay? And what happened, guys? Very quickly, Fetch played catch up, okay? And then a few months later, again, this is the weekly chart, so several candles. A few months later, they got gapped again. And what happened again, guys? The Russell held high, and Fetch very quickly played catch up, right? And then they stay correlated, and then they got gapped right here. But we're going to talk about this one in a second. And eventually they got a good gap here again, and Fetch very quickly played catch up. And these are big moves. I'm about to show you on the Fetch chart, right? And then same thing here. In this case, Fetch got gapped up to the upside while the Russell stayed flat. And it doesn't matter, though. What happened? Very quickly, they played catch up, right? They closed the gap. In this case, it was Fetch coming back down. Same thing here. Fetch ran up. The Russell did not, and they closed the gap really quick. Well, now look, we have a massive gap here. Well, Fetch has kind of remained sideways and down, right? And the Russell has gone up. What do you think is about to happen? One of two things is about to happen. Either we're going to go back, and let me pull on this box here that I told you we'd talk about later. We're going to go here to where the Russell is going to come back down to meet Fetch, or every other time Fetch has gone to meet the Russell. One of two is about to happen here. I don't know which, but let's go look. We can kind of glean from that on the Fetch chart here, okay? Now, here's what's happened each and every time on this previous chart. I showed you these boxes. I've just transferred them over to the Fetch chart. This is a Fetch price chart. And the first time when Fetch ran up to meet the Russell, 1,700% gainer. Second time, 666%. Then we have the little chart in the middle. We're going to come back to that. Follow about 1,000%. And when Fetch gapped to the upside and came back to meet the Russell, 80% drop, 85% drop. So each and every time, massive moves by Fetch, okay? Let's go look at this one blue box. I'll refer you back to it real quick here, and that is this little blue rectangle right here where Fetch in the blue line just kind of remained sideways, okay? And the Russell came back to meet it before gapping again, and then Fetch played catch up. Okay, now this happens to be the last bear market from June to October. Okay, and it took Fetch a couple more months until January to move up. So what that was this area right here. Let's turn everything else back off. I'm sorry, guys. Let me turn these off for you so we can just kind of see. My bad, guys. My bad. All right, that was this area right here, and that was our bear market, and you could see, so the Russell was kind of somewhere up here, and then it came back to meet Fetch, and then it took off again, and that's when Fetch got the big run up, okay? So we are in that area now, so I think a reasonable prediction for what is likely to happen here is going to be something like this. The Russell remember the Russell has separated its way up here. I could reasonably see over the next couple of months the Russell getting a little pullback, Fetch kind of continuing sideways, maybe it dips a little lower, I don't know, but continues sideways. And then as the Russell kind of starts to take off, Fetch plays massive catch up in a hurry, guys. Massive catch up in a hurry. Just like it did. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Just like it did right here. It doesn't look as big as it is, but it is a huge move on the chart. That is this right here. That was 1,000% run up, guys. And that's not too far away if we consider that we're right in here in this blue box. I mean, this run up started in November of 2022. So just 3-4 months later, this run up started. We're already in July. If this is going to hold true, it topped at this 1,000% rally in January, guys. That could be 5-6 months from now, okay? I think something very, very similar is about to play out. The setup is almost exact. The only difference here is the gap is a little bit bigger, but if the Russell comes down and fills this and then moves up, Fetch continues sideways and then catches up, sometime December, January, we could be looking for a massive move on Fetch. We could be 1,000% higher by January of 2027. So this is what I'm looking for, guys. Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep these Fetch videos coming, but check out the Russell. Follow the Russell's correlation to Fetch, and just see how it gaps up. Very, very unlikely that Fetch heads lower while the Russell is still up here. So not much lower anyway. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. Let me know. Thumbs up the video, thumbs it down. I don't really care. Just stick around for more Fetch updates. I'll see you guys next time.